Hi, I'm Elliot, and I love to travel, but with everything that happened, it's hard to say when I'll cross another border. Still, I have an itch, and recently I found myself on Google Maps just wandering around. It doesn't really compare with the real thing, but it's still fun to do, so I thought I'd share my experience in this series called Google Maps Adventure. So join me and my pegman as we explore Google Maps Street View in the safety of our homes. Let's go. All right, got your sunglasses, got your short sleeve shirt, got your sunscreen, because we're going somewhere hot today. We're going to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna transport me out of this windowless room. We're gonna really go there. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna get a tan. Oh, it's been so long since I've been to the beach or even felt like a scorching ray of light on my face. I love it. Love it so much. Get some of that vitamin D. California dreaming, baby. But we're not going to California. We're going to Rio de Janeiro. Let's get to it because there's a lot to explore today. Zoom in here. Where is it? There you are. Made a list, as always, to prepare for this, so we see everything that we want to see. Like half of it is just like beaches, and what better place to start? Let's start with a beach, Copacabana, one of the most famous beaches in the world, I would say. It's just where I go first when I travel to a place where there is a beach. On the first day, just like I gotta go see the beach, and I would go to the beach and I would just get horribly sunburnt, and then I would just be like sunburnt and in pain for the rest of the trip. Just spend the rest of the trip recovering and not really enjoying beaches after that. That's me traveling, and I miss it for sure. I have been to Brazil, I have been to Rio, and here we are at the beach, Copacabana. Oh, a beautiful day. Just looking at this, I already feel relaxed. Feels so nice. I have been to Brazil before, like I mentioned. I was probably in Rio for 4 days. And Brazil is a big country. It's huge. You kind of forget about how big it is because your mind automatically goes to like the Amazon rainforest, and that is huge within itself, but you don't really associate it with like Brazil. At least I don't. But like the size of Brazil is like the size of America. Just think about that. Like, I mean like USA when I say America, because Brazil is technically in America too. Anyways, here we are, Copacabana. This is the beach people tell you to go to if you're a tourist. And why not? Just look at it. Just so much beach, so much sand. When I say that, like just like infinite amount of space. You don't feel crowded at all. I'm sure it gets really busy at times, but man, oh man, get yourself a little patch of sand and just spend the whole day there. That's a perfect vacation day. What's so special about Copacabana compared to the other ones? I just went across the street here. I don't really know. Probably because of the sand, probably because of the view, maybe the people who are there. A little bit of better views, if you know what I mean. But it is a pretty awesome beach. I spent a day just hanging out here, maybe like a few hours, just chilling, just writing. Good memories of this beach. Yeah. It goes for so long. And the beach is broken up into sections. I see like coming up here. Oh God, just clicked on the thing. So if you need to find someone, I'm in a parking lot. I want to get back to the other side over there. There we go. Just can see the bike lane. Yeah, I'm far from an expert on Brazil and most things, but I know how to beach it. You get coconuts, you get other types of refreshment on the side here. You can bring your own food. Yeah, just like, look at this. We've been clicking and making our way down. As you can see, this is the first section. I think it's broken up into like major sections. I think it just helps to like find your party better. Like if you're trying to meet up with someone, it's just such a massive beach that it's easy to lose sight of people if you're if it's like really busy, like on a busy day, and it's just like people everywhere. It's kind of overwhelming to try to like look for someone on a beach because people just blend in together. Anyways, so we've made it to the end here, and this mountain is not the Sugarloaf Mountain, I don't believe. Nope, oops, I've clicked onto something, sorry. Because Sugarloaf Mountain is it the Sugarloaf Mountain? It might be, actually. Sorry, I don't actually know my way around this place. But let's go there next. Why not? Because there's more beaches to explore. Let's not just overwhelm ourselves with seeing all the beaches all at once. So let's take a break from that. Looks like Sugarloaf Mountain. It's a pretty epic view if you get to the top of it. It's like a little hike. It's actually great. It's very hot. Like, bring water. I recommend that. Should have brought water here. We got beer. Where is it? I don't know if I can find it. I don't know where things are. Oh, it is literally right where I was looking at. It needs to be properly labeled for me to find anything, just so you know. But it is, people watching this who know where it is probably just like, oh, look at this guy. This guy's just so embarrassing. Stop embarrassing yourself. This is Sugarloaf Mountain. All right, let's get down there. I hope there's a trail that we could hop on, but maybe not. This should drop us right at the peak here. Right into the, I don't know what this is. Some sort of museum or something for gears. Get me out of here. I don't even know if we could get to the top, but I want to get a good look of it. I might have to be like far away to actually see it. Yeah, this building's in my way. Yeah, so I think you could take like a gondola type thing up to the Sugarloaf Mountain. Is that even what it's called? I think that's what it's called. All right, let's just stroll around Brazil for a bit. Let's just stroll around Rio for a little bit, because we're not in a hurry, are we? I feel like I'm rushing through this. But yeah, some sort of a parliament building. I don't know. I think we have to head this way though. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I went on a Brazil trip in, I think it was 2013, a long time ago. I'm sure a lot has changed since then. The Olympic has happened. So that was kind of crazy. Did the Olympics happen, or did it happen before that? Okay, I see. Here we are. Here is where I could park my car to hike up to the mountain. You could hike up, as I mentioned, or I think there's a gondola option. This might be as far as we can go. Anyways, very busy day. The parking lot is quite full, as you can see here. But if I was on foot, and if I was there in real life, I walked this way, and it leads towards a trail that you could go up, and we hiked up it, and it was very nice. Not a particularly grueling hike compared to other ones I've been on in my life. It was just very hot. Brazil, it is very hot there. It's very hot. We went in May, and the thing about going in May, because it's in the southern hemisphere, you don't get as much daylight. I think the sun started to set around 5 or 6 p.m., which made it hard to do other things that you want to do just around the city, because as someone who doesn't speak Portuguese, I didn't want to be caught out on in a neighborhood I didn't know too well. Just went during nighttime. Rio is it's not that I'm scared, it's just that if you don't know the language, then it doesn't matter how brave you are, you could get yourself into trouble because you can't really communicate with people. And Rio is a big city, so you don't really know who you're gonna bump into. And I'll admit it, it's not that I was scared, it was more of I didn't really want to deal with being in a situation that I couldn't get myself out of. That was so going during May limited the amount of daylight I had to actually explore different parts of the city without the worry that I'm gonna wander into some sketchy area like the favelas. I really didn't want to find myself in a favela and then get myself in trouble, because let's take a look at them. I mean, all due respect, we're here just looking at things, exploring. We're not here to, make fun of stuff particularly. We're just here to explore. And a favela is probably not often a place that you get to go to unless you had a reason to go, especially as a tourist. You simply wouldn't wander into one. I think people, once you land, you're free to go wherever you want, kinda, but you kind of also want to be respectful of where you're going into. Like I said, if you speak Portuguese, maybe you'll be fine, but if you don't and you look like a tourist, if you're wearing this shark shirt like I am with sunglasses and you look like you're carrying money with you, you might find yourself in trouble. So just be smart about it, is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't dress like this going into a favela. I wouldn't, in real life, I wouldn't go to this, because I'm not gonna say I'm scared, but I'm gonna say that I want to avoid putting myself into scenarios where I could get in trouble, because I tend to get in trouble. But it's also very interesting to see what it's actually like to just wander around. I'm actually really surprised that Google has this street view of a favela neighborhood. And for those people who don't know what a favela is, how do I describe it? It's almost like, I don't want to use the word ghetto, but it is essentially that. It's where the poorer residents of Rio and Brazil live, and that's a major population of the city and of the country. So the economic divide between many citizens of Rio is actually, there's a big gap between the impoverished and what is the middle class and what is the ultra wealthy. And the gaps in between, to jump a social class is much harder in a place like Rio than it is in a place like Canada. So when something like that happens, neighborhoods like the favela just naturally forms. So yeah, and so as you can tell, it's honestly, when you hear stories, and you always gotta take news articles and headlines and stuff like that with a grain of salt, because that's just one perspective of things there. And when you're just scrolling through and seeing these people, like, it's just normal people living here. It's not, yes, I'm sure there's a lot of like gangs and, you know, drug dealers and all that stuff, like murderers and criminals living here. But as you can see during the day, it's just like any normal place. It's just people going about, running their errands, young people, old people. It's the idea that it's so dangerous that no one can survive in there. It's not true. There's people living here. There's like probably like millions of people living here. And that's kind of the crazy thing, right? And this is of course only just one neighborhood. There's many other ones. You can just see how dense it really is, right? And my peg guy, where should I put him? And it's really just one part, and like you just kind of go up the hill. And it's kind of reverse from what we would see for like a place like California, where the rich people live up on the hills and the poor people actually live, like, California is actually a really good example right now, because like a place like Venice, where it's like poor people are literally camped on the beach right now, one of the most prime real estate in the world, and they're just camped there, and the rich people are actually the ones living on the hill. In Rio, it's kind of reversed that way. And it's just something interesting. Hey, look, what is this? Like pigs. That's pretty cool. Just an observation that I have, nothing more. All right, this took a kind of a little bit of a depressing turn here, but I really just wanted to see some of these areas up here that I wouldn't normally go, even if I was traveling to Brazil, unless I had a native person there with me to like accompany me and make sure that I don't get mugged. I wouldn't be up here. So it's really nice to see it, and you just see how everything looks, right? It's not in the best condition. You can't really sugarcoat it. Even with all the sugar on Sugarloaf Mountain, you cannot really say this place is like a beautiful place to live. It's kind of sad, but it's also the reality for many people, and it's gonna wait. This guy giving me a thumbs up, or is he trying to like hitchhike? I think he might be hitchhiking. Needing a free ride from the Google car. I don't even. Maybe it's the Google car. Maybe it's just someone. It feels like a car, right? Feels like a car driving through. Very, very intense drive, because you're on a hill as well, and these are just essentially like unpaved roads. Well, they're kind of paved, but they're kind of all cracked and broken as well. All right, fascinating. Thank you for sharing that experience with me. I really wanted to see it in person, and this is just one of them. This is Favela Sao Carlos. That's a good one. Yeah. All right, let's break the mood a bit. Let's go check out another beach. When we first arrived, so there's 3 major beaches in Rio. I think there might be more, just like within the city vicinity, like the main city core area. There's Flamengo, there's Copacabana, and there's Ipanema. Ipanema is a nice one too. This is the first one that we went to. The first day I got here, I went to Brazil with a few friends, and we explored, and it was kind of fun. I missed my flight there, so I was delayed by a day, and by the time I got there, everybody was hungover, and it was great. It was great just seeing everyone excited to see me and hungover. Yeah, this right here is like the iconic Ipanema view. As you can tell, the sidewalk has a different design from Copacabana, and the mountain right there, that's just inspiring. I love that. Just wanna chill here for a few hours, read a book, have a drink, talk with some friends, maybe like kick a ball around or something. See this guy in a Speedo. Yeah, just wear my Speedo. It's I just saw the temperature, 12:30, 28 degrees Celsius. So it's, to be honest, that is the perfect temperature to be on a beach. Anymore and you start to burn and break apart. But just walking long walks on the beach. I think Rio is like, you could have the longest walk on a beach here, just infinite. Well, not infinite. Like I mentioned, what's nice about Rio is like you have the beach on one side, and then on the other side it's just city life. Like you almost forget that, a few blocks down is the beach. It's kind of crazy like that, and it gets pretty business heavy on the other side, and it just feels like normal life, and this side is like vacation life. So if you're living in Rio and if you have money to have a day off or whatever, man, to just come down to the beach, oh, that's a dream come true. That's a dream come true right there. So this is Ipanema. Which one do I like more? Honestly, I think Ipanema is the nicer beach, just because of this mountain that you get to look at. This twin peak thing over here. It's just so, it just feels like Brazil, it just feels like Rio. And one thing great about Rio is like a very fitness focused city. There's a lot of like outdoor gym area. Like this here, it's kind of like a pull-up bar. Maybe it's just a shower, but I do remember seeing different outdoor gyms and stuff that it's just like rip dudes just working out in the middle of the sidewalk. It's actually like pretty intimidating. It's like, okay, bro, cool, all right, this is your culture, this is their culture. So I don't try to get all up in that. Support it. Let's head this way for a bit. All right. See, here's the thing about Google Maps. It doesn't really encapsulate what it's like to be on the beach, does it? It's kind of boring, actually. Kind of makes me want to go back up to the favelas. Just kidding. Oh, how can I forget? Christ the Redeemer. That was one of the first things I saw. Let's go right here. Oop. Let's hike our way up. Go all the way up. Oh, the police are right behind us. Okay, act cool. So when I arrived in Rio, taking the taxi in this city, and just like riding the taxi and just being able to see Christ the Redeemer up there. I'm not religious or anything, but it's such, every time I travel somewhere and you see what you've seen on TV or in brochures in real life, and it's just that moment, it's like, wow, this is traveling. It's like I'm here, and you get that feeling. And I definitely had that when I saw that Jesus guy on the mountain. And I get it. It's a tourist trap. It's 100% a tourist trap, because there's different tiers of entry. As you can see, I think I'm going the right way. It's hard to tell. Yeah, so we were kind of being cheap about it. We decided to walk as much as possible the way up to see this statue up on a mountain. It took a while to get up there, and by the time, wait, I might just have to speed this up. I think I'm traveling in the wrong direction. And then when we finally got up there, let's see if, oh yeah, Rio has these weird telephone booths. I love them so much. It's like a cross between an army helmet, like, and like a ladybug shell. That's what I see. Can I not go this way? Ugh. Alright, kind of stuck here. I don't even know if I could get up there, to be honest. But let's try. Oh, wow. Okay, we're here. Oh. What an intense view. It's kind of worth it, to be honest. See it all up. Oh, wow. And then everybody's doing that same pose. The Jesus Christ crucifix pose. Yeah, that's it right there. This is a 360 view from some guy who was there, but I want to get, oh, it's the same guy. He's got a monopoly on this. Yeah, look at, this is definitely not COVID safe. I'm just saying it right here. This would not be, does it say the Russian guy? I think it's Russian. I can't tell. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, and let's just check out the view here. We could all look at it together. Like, Rio is not like New York. It's not like Paris. It has a lot of history, but it doesn't have a lot of like infrastructure to kind of oh god, the words kind of memorialize, is that the word I'm looking for? These historic moments. It's got a lot of instead it has a lot of natural beauty, and I think that's what you go to Rio for, is the natural beauty aspect of it. And just looking around, it's like, yeah, it's a big city, but it feels also like you're in another world. City of God, they call it, right? The movie, City of God. And it really feels like, when you're looking at it from up here, this feels kind of heavenly. But you also know, and you also feel kind of bad, because everyone here is a tourist, right? Everybody here is, I would say 99% of the people on this platform right now are probably tourists, which is kind of, I don't know if Brazilians, the people in the favela, I don't know if they want to come up here and see the Christ the Redeemer, but you know they're probably not getting this view. So it's such a conflicting place to be. It really is such a, it's a mind trip, right? Because you got the beach, and then you got a city, and then you got the rich, and you got the poor, and then you got this, this like just this big tourism thing. And you know, Brazil, like the government, the corrupt government, they put a lot of effort into promoting it as this tourist destination, but you also know that none of that money is going to the people who actually really need it. So it's such a conflicting place to be, and I love it for that. Just love it for that. No, but that's kind of how I feel about it all. I wish we could do a proper hike up this to see the Christ the Redeemer, but it's really just that road. In my memory, it was such a fun time. Like, we were walking up, we're chatting, we're getting all sweaty, but in Google Maps is definitely not doing it justice at all. But yeah, as you can see, there's this like check-in point that you get up to at some point. Yeah, and you can see it from the bottom, and it's like, oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, I digress. That was fun. See, we're doing all these things through Google Maps, and I'm not even breaking a sweat. Kind of need to go to the bathroom a little bit, but I'm not sweaty at all. So this is kind of nice. I feel very relaxed and chilled. All right, where else shall we go? When I went to Brazil, we stayed in the north side somewhere. And close to, let me see if we can find it here. Yeah, close to the stadium, but also close to the Catedral de Sebastiao. Yeah. So this place is actually pretty cool. It's a church. We went inside it, and it's kind of got this like pyramid type of thing. I think it might be a Sunday because everybody's here, like not a free spot to be found. It's a very busy day, but like, look at this. This is just pretty intense. It's like something from like a dystopian novel, right? It's like, where are we? This is crazy. So you go in, and it's pretty much like a church. There's like seating and statues and different things like that. So we stayed around this area, maybe like 10 block radius around here, and a lot of good walking. Good place to walk. And if you come down this way, you can see the aqueducts. I don't know if it still works or not. I don't really know how an aqueduct works, to be honest. But someone can go ahead and explain that to me if they want to. Yeah, all right, Google car. Let's drive around. Rio, very, very modern city. It just feels like very South America. Obviously, a lot of cool murals on the wall. Let's see if we can see this one. Like, you can walk around, and then there's just random art on the wall. I really like that about it. It's very refreshing. Over here, more art that's blurred out. I can't see it. It's pretty cool. No Banksies, I'm sure, but this guy's neat. Honestly, you could just like scroll around, and you could just find like different artwork, and it's kind of nice. It's very much like a place that you want to get lost in, but not really, because it's you could definitely be lost for a while in Brazil. In Rio. Sorry, I keep using Brazil and Rio interchangeably. Is that a word? I don't even know. Okay. Speaking of art, let's find that. So this is this colorful staircase. You might know it. It's not too far away. It's this spot right here, and yeah, it's. I don't know the significance of it, but we went there, and it's pretty cool. Took some pictures up here. This brings back memory for sure. And there's just people climbing aboard, taking pictures for their Instagram. I have a picture of myself sitting on the staircase, looking real cool with my colorful tourist clothes. 100%. We're just gonna follow this guy. Ban in the US. Okay. These ladies, this guy's moving quick. So clearly this Google camera is on someone's backpack. Wait a second. You're not gonna do a goofy gesture without me seeing you. Is this guy taking a picture? I think this guy is taking a picture of this guy who's doing a goofy pose. I caught ya. I like that this moment is immortalized both in this guy's picture and also Google Maps, and also now this. It is some sort of Inception for sure. So like a level of Inception. So, oh God. I'm not done with that place yet. Yeah, so this is a tourist hotspot here. Something free to do. This is free to do. I mean, hawkers and street merchants will try to get you to buy something, but actually, like Rio, they're not really that pushy about it. At least not while I was there. No one really pushed me to get to buy anything. But yeah, so this staircase is so it's okay. That's a glitch or something because I can't. It's sending me over here to this place, but yeah, such a beautiful city in one part, and such a kind of a grungy city in another. That's the thing about Rio. It's so this and that. It's not. There's no one word to describe Rio. Maybe inconsistent or surprising or contrasting. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a very contrasting type of place. It's there's no like middle ground, you know? It's like extremes. It's very much so. It's not like what I assume India is like, where it's like extreme, but the experience you get, you could go from one end to another, but yeah, it's fun. All right. So I'm gonna end this episode by going to a place that I didn't get to see while I was in Rio, which was the stadium, the Maracana. So we're just gonna drop ourselves here. Obviously, when was Rio Olympics? Was that 2016, 2014? I don't remember too well. But we were debating whether we should go there during, and I'm glad we didn't go there during the actual. It was like the World Cup, and then the Olympics happened around the same time, and I believe we went before, and it was very, very intense as it is. I couldn't imagine going, or Carnival. I think we missed that by maybe a couple months. Maybe it was like the month before or something. Is it in April? I don't know anything. Okay, well, that was a stadium. I just missed all of it talking. In terms of food in Rio, I remember having a lot of pizza. We weren't really there to have a lot of grand meals. We were kind of just there to like party. You know how it is? We went there to party, and even then we didn't party that hard. We were kind of like laid back partiers. I remember buying a bottle of wine from a grocery store, like the sugariest wine I've ever tasted, for what was the equivalent of like $3. So that was how we partied in Rio, real hardcore. And yeah, I do really want to go back to Brazil. I think there's so much to explore in this place. Just the beaches alone, the islands. Rio is nice, but just being able to travel out to this like the secluded island. They're not secluded, but like very. It feels like some kind of paradise to be there, doing the hikes and just being one with nature. You really get that feeling, and to be young again and to do a backpacking trip. It was a lot of fun, and definitely a lot of good memories going to Rio. And as I'm hanging out at home, it's still kind of wintry here, still raining a lot, and just yearning for the sun. This has been very refreshing, not to the extent that I was hoping for. Ooh, hot dogs. Oh, this guy's selling cups. Oh, I could buy drinks here. Cool. Not to I didn't know what to expect just hanging out. like I want to go there. You know what I mean? It's more of, this episode's more of a tease than an exploration. This is like me teasing myself, what I don't get to experience for reals. But man, to be on a beach right now would be pretty sweet. But alas, there are beaches where I live, obviously, but it's not really the same at this moment. It's not this, where it just stretches. It's the width of it, not the length that matters. It's like how much beach between the city and the water. Like the wider that is, it's just so much better to be able to run on the beach, like dripping wet, and just like letting the sun dry you, and lying around and just being able to kick a ball and not have to worry about it getting onto the road or going into the water. Challenge some Brazilians to like a soccer match. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Anyways, that was fun. I'll leave you guys there. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Google Maps Adventure. This one feels unsatisfying, It feels like, I didn't get what I want out of it. It doesn't, unlike Paris and New York, where it felt like nice to walk around and see the different views. This one felt so limiting because so much of being on a beach or like going on a hike is actually doing it. So I think Google Maps have failed me on this one. You have not. I need a VR thing and just like immerse myself in it. I don't even know if that, people are talking about VR traveling. I don't even know if that can, you need to have like some sort of like simulator to like simulate the heat or the traffic or the smell of it. I think so much of Rio is lost because you're not getting the sensory. That is so much a part of traveling, and I think Rio in a Google Maps style just doesn't do it justice. But it was fun to revisit. And so thank you for joining me. Please come back. Let me know what other cities you want me to check out in the futures, both places I've been, places I haven't been. You obviously don't know where I've been or haven't been, so just say where you want to go or haven't been or want to go again, or even places that you live. These are all wonderful options, and I'm open to suggestions. So thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.